Hello, so we have the blue screen error issue here, blue screen of death, and this can be as a result of driver that you just installed on a recent update on your PC. So first of all, check your PC, scan for any recent driver you just installed. If that doesn't fix the issue, I'm going to show you how to fix it um, the other way that people often overlook. So take out your PC, open all the screws at the back end that is covering the logic board or the motherboard area. We want to get access into the motherboard, and then I'm going to show you how to fix this issue if your laptop is having the blue screen error. Now before you try out this fix, I want to show you, make sure that it has nothing to do with software. Make sure you've repaired your registry, you've confirmed that all of this is correct. You can use the check this to be able to check your disks and to be sure that there is no file registry error somewhere in your PC. Another thing you want to do is to go into your device manager and uninstall a recent driver that you just installed. Most of the time when you go to your device manager, you will see the driver, it will show an exclamation mark. That is to show that there is a problem with it, so just uninstall it. Now we are inside. What we want to deal with is this heatsink area. People often overlook it. See this cooling fan, when there is no air coming into the processor is going to run into an issue and it's going to crash. When it crashes, your screen most of the time of your laptop is going to freeze, and once it freezes, it will come up with a blue screen error, which is likely a hardware error. So to do that, what I'm going to do is going to help you fix the issue. Most of the time people use their PC without considering the health of their processor. There is a cooling paste at the end of these. Okay, these are the screws that we've taken out, so we're going to keep this aside somewhere very safe. Now we are going to take out the heat sink. I want to show you something under the heat sink that people often overlook, and this is one of the major causes of the blue screen error. So I'm going to gently detach the fan. Alright, so let's keep this aside somewhere safe. Now at the other end of this heatsink, you will notice that we have some paste there. You can see this paste. Over time, this paste will get dry. When it gets dry, it will not be able to perform its function anymore, which is to act as a coolant to the heatsink. Alright, see some of them here too. Once they are dry, they won't be able to act as coolant anymore because they are now dried and they don't really function the way they ought to function anymore. So what we're going to do now is remove all of this paste from here, and we're going to reapply another one. Now this is a major hidden cause that most people often overlook. Now the other things that you can do to be able to fix this issue, like replacing your RAM or replacing your hard drive, these are some of the things that you can do to fix this issue. So if this doesn't fix your problem, you might also consider replacing your RAM, replacing your hard drive. If you use SSD, replace SSD, try with another SSD. Another thing that you can replace is your Wi-Fi card. So when you replace all of this one after the other, you will be able to fix the problem. Now I'm going to remove all of this gently. You have to be very careful. We have some tiny components on top of this processor that we don't want to remove while trying to remove the paste around here. So it's best not to make use of a screwdriver or anything hard to remove this. Alright, so I think it's better you use your finger, because then you will be able to feel the tiny components and avoid them as much as possible. So I'm going to scrape out the old dry paste from here. What I want to do next is to reapply another one that will ensure enough cooling to the processor. Now most people do not look into this when fixing the blue screen error, and this is a major cause. You see, when cool air is supposed to go into the processor and then cool the processor down, and then the cooling fan is supposed to bring out the hot air out, but because the paste on it is not performing its function, so it is not allowing the hot air to be able to come out through the to escape through the heatsink. And when that happens, it's going to cause the processor to crash while working. And when it crashes while working, it's going to come up with that blue screen error with a whole lot of error codes. So this is one of the things is to check out. Like I said earlier, this is not the only thing that could cause the blue screen error. Other things can cause it. Your RAM, if it's going bad, or if you just replace your RAM and it's giving you that blue screen, you might want to replace your RAM. If you just replace your SSD or hard drive and it's giving you that issue, you might want to replace it. And if you're not just replacing it for the first time, or if it's not a new replacement, over time it might go bad and then begin to give you that error, blue screen error. So what you want to do is to replace your RAM one after the other. You replace your RAM. If that doesn't fix the issue, you try replacing your hard drive. Whether you're using a hard drive or an SSD card, you replace them and then try with another one. Another thing you can replace is your Wi-Fi card. So I'm going to tighten the screws to this and we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so this is done. The next thing we want to do is to replace the panel at the back. Tighten all the loose screws and we're going to power on the PC. Alright, so let's see what happens. Alright, so you can see that this is starting up normally and hopefully this is going to fix the problem. Sometimes the PC can start normally and then in between your work it gives you that blue screen error, but this has been able to fix the issue. So if you have come up with this screen, what you want to do is to click this and then click this option at the bottom left and we are going to start up our Windows. So we're going to click continue with Windows and it's going to go into Windows. So this has fixed the issue and hopefully this fixed your problem. So if this was able to solve your problem, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, share so that others can benefit also. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And the model I just worked with is the Dell 7280. So you can have a different model. This works for across range, different model of laptops.